Allegations of mental and emotional abuse within the ETSU softball program have been brought to light via social media. This coming from former players. Elena Collins was one of the most vocal on Twitter, saying she left the team because of the alleged abuse coming from coaches Belinda and Jimi Hendrix. This is the first season coaching at ETSU for the duo. News Channel 11's Kelly GROSFIELD is live at ETSU and spoke with the Collins family earlier today regarding the situation within the program. Kelly, what did they say?
Sarah, well, I spoke with both Collins and her mother, who told me they brought those concerns straight to the university, first to the athletic director, and then a day later to ETSU President Dr. Brian Nolan. That meeting happened on March 4th. So now, we're just under a month later and they still don't have a solution. And that's why some players decided to go public. Elena Collins taking her battle to Twitter, posting Monday morning a 12-point list with examples of how she says the current coaches mistreat the team.
It has just been a completely mentally abusive situation. Everything that the coaches say to us is just to tear us down and make us feel bad about ourselves.
It's something she's been discussing with her parents since the season began.
I started documenting everything she told me, and I actually have 4 pages of comments they've made, things they said, things they did that she told me about.
Collins says after months of these comments, she decided enough was enough, taking her concerns straight to the university. After the meeting, she went to one practice and decided she just couldn't do it anymore.
This has been her passion for years. I don't know anybody that's worked harder at this game and put as much into it as she has. And for something to happen, to feel like she can't even be out there and play, says so much.
I want to make it clear that it had nothing to do with playing time. I was a starter and played every game, and it has nothing to do with playing time, but it has everything to do with the way that they treat other human beings, because no one deserves to be treated the way that they've treated us.
She says she knows of at least 9 players who have gone forward with accusations, but according to athletic director Scott Carter, they've only received 2 formal complaints, one in late November, the other in early March. He says an investigation has been launched and that the legal and compliance team began the process in December. Carter tells us they take concerns regarding the safety and well-being of student athletes very seriously. In fact, they also regularly provide mental health counseling resources. In a statement regarding the review process, he says in part, our legal and compliance team has interviewed students and family members who have made formal complaints. Additionally, the compliance team invited members of the softball team to participate in individual private interviews. 3 players chose to participate. Members of the coaching staff and members of the athletic department were also interviewed. The legal team is now in the process of summarizing its findings. At this time, there is no set deadline on when those findings will be finalized. Collins says they need a solution sooner rather than later.
My goal in this is that they don't have the power to affect any other athlete the way that they've affected the current players and the players the last 17 years that they've coached, because these people shouldn't have the power to abuse the way that they are.
As far as the next steps, once the legal team summarizes those findings, they will pass that report on to the athletic department. Then from there, the department will decide what actions are warranted by the findings of this investigation. Live in Johnson City, Kelly GROSFIELD, News Channel 11.